What's up, guys? Will H, and today we're doing a 1 week follow up on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. So I picked this up launch day or pre ordered, I think, and I picked up the 512 gigabytes for storage. In fact, Samsung automatically upgraded me from the 256 to the 512 free. And if you go over to their website right now, they're still giving you the 512 for the same price as the 256. Check out the link down below to get that deal. But pick this up in the 512, comes in 256 and 1 terabyte. Now the 256 and the 512, they only have 12 gigabytes of RAM. The 1 terabyte has 16 gigabytes of RAM. So if you need that variant, like I said, I'll drop a link down below where you can go check out that deal. But the tablet has been great. I haven't had any issues with this, no heat up crashes, anything like that. It has been performing well. So first I want to talk about, and it also came with the S Pen as well, and we'll talk about this later too as well. So first let's talk about the build quality. It's made out of aluminum. It's only 5.1 millimeters thick, and weighs a little bit over a pound. So even though it's a big tablet, it's not that heavy. And if it's going to be lightweight than carrying a laptop around, but it's also still a big tablet. So you can get accessories to go with this. You can get the keyboard uh, case with it as well. And as you guys see, it's very thin. The buttons are very nice, nothing loose or anything like that. The cameras do protrude a little bit there. There's a little bit of branding there, and I haven't taken that sticker off yet. But as you guys see, very thin tablet, and I would say lightweight for the size. So build quality is great. I haven't had any issues with the build quality at all. Now this comes with 4 speakers. You're going to have 2 on this end and 2 on these end. They're Dolby Atmos tuned. I did do a video about the speakers. They sound great. They're very room filling. If you're somewhere and you need a tap, you want to listen to some music and you got some people, these are going to be rich sounding. They got very excellent bass, and the mids and highs are great as well. And you can also go in and kind of tune it like you want to and listen at your favorite music. So speakers are great. Now this has great. Now this has a 11,600 milliamp hour battery. Battery life has been great. Of course, battery life is going to be determined how you use your device. But for me, battery life has been great. I get a couple of days, 2 or 3 days of use out of it. So I'm not going to say how many hours, but I can go a few days with moderate to heavy use, and it charges up fairly quick. So the next thing I want to talk about is this display. Since this is the main attraction, Samsung makes some of the best displays out here, and this is no exception right here. The blacks are very deep. The other colors are vibrant and just very nice colors, and they're very nice. Now you see there's a little bit of a bezel here. Some people say that's a big bezel. To me, it's very small. You do have a cutout here for your front-facing camera, but from the last variant, that's a very small cutout in my opinion. Now the last one I had was the S11. Things have changed with this, so but the display has been great. This is going to be good for looking at things like your photos, watching movies, videos, and things like that. It has a 120 hertz refresh rate as well, so strolling around, if you're on social media, it's going to be very easy to stroll. You're not going to have any issues. It's going to be very smooth. Looking at your TikTok, your X or Facebook or whatever you want to look at, the display is excellent for stuff like that. So next we're going to move on to performance. Now this has the Dimensity 9400 Plus processor. I haven't had any crashes, anything heating up or anything like that. The processor has been great. Now if you want to do something like play high intense games, this is going to be the one to do it. Even with the 12 gigabytes of RAM, video editing, I've done 4K video editing, no struggles. It just goes through it with ease, no issues with performance at all with this. And like I said, you can do your video editing, you can be productive doing your spreadsheets and things like that. It's a big enough display, and the Dimensity 9400 Plus processor has handled everything on here. So next, we're going to talk about the cameras. So it has a camera on the front and camera on the back. I've taken some great photos and videos with this. You got a 12 megapixel front facing wide, ultra wide camera that can shoot up to 4K. And these cameras, I don't know who would use their device for the cameras like that. I can see the front camera, for conference calls and things like that. So you're going to get excellent video production on this. And then you got a 13 megapixel rear facing camera and an 8 megapixel wide that can shoot 4K up to 30 as well. And like I said, I've had it out outside in the bright sunlight. I've recorded some sample videos inside, and the video quality is excellent. But you may be one of those persons that like to use your tablet to shoot events. Perfectly fine with that. Go ahead and shoot all you want. You're going to have a big viewfinder and a big, beautiful screen to do it. So the cameras are actually pretty good on this. So next, we're going to talk about Samsung DeX. So the new Samsung DeX is something a little different here. I think I like the old DeX better, but you get into the Samsung DeX, there's a little button here, and then it creates a desktop number one. So Samsung DeX is a desktop type environment where you can have different apps open, and you can have windows here that you can resize and things like that. And you can have multiple windows open, and you can be very productive with this, almost like a PC. As you see, you roll down here, and then I can also go over and I can create another desktop as well. So this is the new Samsung DeX. So now I'm desktop 2, and I can go ahead and open up some other stuff here. So let's open this up. So now I can work from multiple windows here. Let's go ahead and open up this. And so now I got different screens here, desktops that I can work with and hook up my keyboard, mouse, and things like that and get things done. But if I'm ready to get out of Samsung DeX, I can just go ahead and close out that window. And I'm going to go ahead and go in and close out this one. I just prefer the way that Samsung, now I'm back in regular tablet form here, mode here as well. But I prefer the old DeX, but this works great as well. Okay, next, let's talk about the S Pen. So the S Pen is still included, which is nice. With other OEMs, you have to purchase the pen pencil separate. So this is nice. Now I did lose the Bluetooth functionality, but it still has its core functions here. You got drawing assistance, AI select, create a note, stream write, and of course you can add whatever app you would like to add there. This is going to be great for highlighting, copy and paste, doodling, and stuff like that. So the S Pen is still there, and it's great, and it works great as well. So if I want to take a screenshot there and write on the display right here, just like that, it works very well. And I can just send this off to someone, and do whatever I want to do with this screenshot here. But writing with this is very nice. It does have a soft tip on it. Now the way they have it, you have to connect it here. And they're very strong as well. So if you want to do stuff like doodling, if you got pastime and you want to do some coloring or doodling, as they call it, you can go ahead and start coloring here, just like this. So S Pen has been great with this device. Just losing the Bluetooth functionality is something that I don't like. So last thing I want to talk about with the Samsung devices, they are feature rich, packed with all types of features. So you have the ability to run three apps at a time. So I'm going to open up that. I'm going to go ahead and open back up the Pinup app. And then if I wanted to be watching a video as well, let me go back. Let's go over here. If I wanted to bring out YouTube, so now I can keep coloring here. I can be watching a YouTube video and I can be going through my files at the same time, and these are all resizable. They have also included things like AI features that they have in here as well. And then all of your other Samsung features. You got writing assistant, interpreter, translate, note assist, photo assist, all of your Bluetooth and AI features. And then you can run multiple apps at the same time. You got Samsung Dex. So this tablet is packed with features, and it's one of the best tablets out there. Now, I'm not going to keep this one because after getting it, I'm retired now. I'm traveling a whole lot more, and now I remember why I got rid of the last Ultra tablet that I had, which was the 8 or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's just too big to throw in my bag. If I'm going to throw this in there, I may as well throw my laptop. But I am planning on, since I'm in my return period, to return this one and get the 11-inch. It's just going to be a smaller size. I think all of the features are the same on it. But if you're someone that likes a big tablet like this, that's great for viewing your videos, movies, playing games on. It has an excellent display, very bright. Uh, then this is it right here. Now, like I said, check out the link down below. If you want to get this for the 512 for the same price as the 256 gigabyte, I have a link down below. But the tablet is nice, man. It's excellent. It's just too big for me right now, and I've had fun using it. So catch you guys in the next video. Will H. I'm out.